Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Godzilla. It's been a couple of months, but back at it. And we are at 1994's Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. We have the return of Mothra for a small cameo, and we get some major developments as far as Baby Godzilla. If you want to watch along the pinned comment, we'll take you to the Cosme. Let's get this started. See if I can actually fix that. Oh, we got a beep.
Hey, Fungool, it's Italian Heritage Day here at Admiral Teague's place. I didn't take a shower.
I'm glad you survived the Knicks victory.
Uh, you know, uh,
Your city
what
did
a,
not.
I found out that the Knicks were going to win the championship 2 years ago when they figured out who the next 15 champions would be down in Cuba where the mafia fixes these things. So I just knew to stay away. I hadn't been planning on going there. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, they say Sonic's 2029.
That would be a hell of a thing considering we even if they get the expansion team, it won't come back until 2030.
The what I heard is that the expansion team is actually going to be it's going to be the Clippers, and they're projected to win the year before they leave, and then apparently will probably the prediction is they'll dump salary when they get there, and count on goodwill for 20, 30 years before they try to be competitive. That's the way these business models work. You come in a winner, and then you just stop trying.
Yeah, that would fit for the Sonics.
I don't think they're going to be called the Sonics. I heard they're going to be called the Seattle Golden Sea Lions or some shit like that.
It'll be the Sonics because they'll string up uh, the commissioner if it's not.
Oh, he doesn't care. He wants bad things to happen. Haven't you heard?
Well, he's certainly been doing a good job if that's his goal. The league's lost millions and millions of dollars.
He's
Then on
doing a
top
great
of that,
job.
they losing millions and millions of dollars more on the WNBA.
They never thought they were going to make money on the WNBA. It's because too many NBA guys slap the shit out of women all the time. The whole NBA costs as much as the two lawsuits it avoids every year. Am I right?
Probably.
Yeah. By the way, did you notice I went and got myself some new, better glasses?
Yeah, that's good. You can
I,
actually
I
see now.
well, I had these and I turned them into sunglasses because they're Wayfarer. I mean, they're Wayfarers, so I had them. I turned them into regular glasses. Then I got contact lenses and I had them turned back into sunglasses. And I found out I was too nervous to bring them out with me as sunglasses because like they cost like 200 bucks. The frames cost like 200 bucks. Like Wayfarers are supposed to last forever. So I switched them over to regular glasses again. instead of my European night
$200 is
clubbing
not a
glasses.
bad price for frames.
460 for no tint, no transition, and just plain progressives. 450 for the
Yeah,
lenses. That's insane.
that's that's what I paid with insurance.
That's insane. So what I went and did was I went down to the Argentinian guy, my friend Bertolo, and he owns this place called Focus Eyewear. And what he does is he sells a lot of imitation eyewear and high-end cheap stuff that's not real. And I just said, hey, those lenses you made for me, will you pop them back in? And I gave him $20, and he turned these back into glasses. So now I have the same glasses, but not necessarily the same amount of subs as Nerdrotic.
No, here we get introduced to the new Monster Island,
Come on, Jerv. I
which
know I'm
they
not that
don't
special, but you
necessarily
can't
make
you can't
Monster
show
Island.
some deference to Nerdrotic's glasses. I mean, come on.
Well, those glasses are 25 years old. He's been wearing the same pair of glasses since he got out of prison.
Those are expensive glasses. He's wearing Wayfarers. I mean, they look pretty common, but if you try to find glasses that look close to that, you just won't. It's very expensive copyrighted design. But I mean, yeah, they do look like prisoner glasses because they're enamel. What I like about them is you can wear these headphones with them and they won't break the arms.
That's always a plus.
I like glasses that aren't broken. How about you?
I wouldn't know. I've been making spot repairs to these glasses for 6 years now.
I know how you feel. Every once in a while, the contact lenses to switch it up and give myself some freedom, but I need like more reliable glasses than the only pair I had left, which could best be described as semi-gay European clubbing glasses, the Versace firms.
Yeah, that's pretty bad glasses.
You saw them; they weren't that bad. It just they were what they were, and they needed. I can't get glasses that don't have thick arms, so it like limits my choices. These guys are both wearing the exact same sunglasses I usually wear, though the bayonet blade, Vietnam era helicopter pilot glasses. Wow, they stabbed him into his brain. You know, it's not poisonous germ, it's venomous.
Unfortunately, I think that's the same word in Japanese, so they can't really translate it properly on a budget.
Do you think they probably want to try to eat it like a pufferfish?
They eat some weird stuff over there, but I don't think that weird.
Hey, he's from G-Force. Hey, it's Buddy. What's going on? Buddy, I stepped up the production for the channel with my new Nerdrotic style glasses so that I sound less stupid.
Hey, buddy.
Germ says it's working very well already. When I added up the letters 4 and got 9, he was like, that's the least dumb you've ever sounded saying that.
Yes, it is.
You know what? I can add, it's just I'm not good with the consonants. I can add vowels easier. Does that make sense?
For you, yes. We got Little Godzilla.
I hate this thing.
This is for the movies. This is the third incarnation of Godzilla's offspring.
This is the least annoying one because I don't think it talks.
Just the little squeaks and whatnot.
Tell me this wasn't inspired by the War Squirtle.
This would be a little bit before a war turtle.
Squirtle. It's Squirtle.
Squirtle, war turtle, Blastoise, same thing.
Know the lore, Germ.
It'd be about 2 years before Pokemon becomes a thing.
You guys should hit the like and follow for Germ. They pronounced NASA wrong and called it Nassau.
Well, it's into the Nassau Coliseum.
Exactly. Which is now called something else. They like chopped it down to a 4,000 seat like dinner theater. Yeah, they called it Nassau again. By the way, did you know Nassau County, New York, United States is the only place in the world that is expressly forbidden for having a NHL team?
I didn't know that. They must really
Black.
hate the NHL.
No, they blackmailed 3 straight owners. The NHL fucking hates them. The Islanders Coliseum is on the very edge of Queens now. It's on land that's co-owned by both counties. It was the only place it could ever be. Their fans were fucking crybabies who would not accept the Brooklyn Arena, which was awesome, by the way. Hey, it's a smaller Mothra.
It's actually the first appearance of Fairy, which is the smaller Mothra.
Are they using different chicks, or are these left over from Rebirth of Mothra parts 1 through 3?
This is different. This is actually before the Rebirth series.
This chick is pretty hot. Not them, I mean the chick they're talking to. I mean, they're all right, but that chick is really hot. The woman on the left, by the way, also looks like her mom really liked the guys at the U.S. military base. What do you think?
That's pretty much what most of the Japanese look like now.
You mean the Japaricans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
showed
yeah,
them.
buddy, this one is Little Godzilla. In the previous movie, it was Baby Godzilla. And the one from the Showa era is Mini Mia or Miniilla.
I can't believe this one. By the way, these are on Amazon. People like buy these. These are the shades they're wearing. See that, Germ?
Knockoff Ray-Bans.
They're not knockoff Ray-Bans. They're actually Ray-Bans might have been designed off of these. These are bayonet blade, Vietnam era, and maybe even Korea era aviator and especially helicopter sunglasses, helicopter pilot sunglasses. Yeah, and if they're wireframe, these are like designed after like earlier military glasses, like World War II era military glasses. These are the ones that you give people who are going to be like, on the ground. Like Cowboy had these in Full Metal Jacket, the ones I'm wearing. This, like just you wear them, only wear them in your helicopter.
So you're wearing safety glasses.
What I'm wearing is the idiot-proof ones that you can, like, you get 2 pairs of them, and if you break one, you use the other one as a weapon. These you would give an infantryman, the heavy enamel frames. The wire frames, they had them for sunglasses because you can live without them, and because usually they sit inside your helicopter, and that's where you work when you wear them. They're helicopter pilot shades. But what I really love is the green polarization. Project Teague sounds very worthy, by the way, Jerm.
Sorry, that's Project T. Then Project Telepath. which was big in the Jose era. It was the 90s.
I believe that I should probably order a pizza. What do you think?
That was a good idea.
I'm going to mute, but if I accidentally don't, you'll tell me to shut the fuck up or mute me so that I don't accidentally give my address, right?
Sure.
Okay. I usually start by telling the pizza place my GPS coordinates, my DNA profile, and my social security number. So get ready on that one.
That's okay. I'll be sure to mute you right after you read your credit card number.
No problem. By the way, Rise of Skywalker stole this, didn't they? There you see it.
They
Rise of
probably bought
Skywalker
it off
stole
of a
it.
garage sale.
No, but I mean, like Rise of Skywalker sold that, like shooting up through the Earth, kind of, with the Death Star destroyer reveal. I
Maybe a
never know
little
with
bit.
you. You would skip Rise of Skywalker altogether. If you saw it, it was for free, for laughs, while drunk or something, or whatever. It was on at the
I watched it
casino.
at probably triple speed.
Oh, that movie, the first like 7 minutes are so dense with bullshit information that then sets up the rest of the movie that they never remind you of again, that it's maddening. Nice red tie.
Yeah. Junior is in Destroya and Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla is Baby. Yeah, it gets kind of silly, but by the 90s, they were selling a whole lot of the toys. So if they had like four different versions of Godzilla's kid, you're buying all four. And no, it's not Exegol, buddy. It's eczema.
It should be Korriban, but those idiots forgot about that.
Yeah, it's either forgot about it or the overwhelming hatred for the expanded universe.
Check out that cool private chat. That happened to me today.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I'll get to look at her ass.
That ought to be good. She spent enough getting a new one.
She's only about my age. I think she's probably still pretty good looking. Well, I don't think
Especially
she's
with
too
her
faked out
plastic
yet.
surgery budget.
She spent it well, though. It's not wild plastic surgery, unbelievable plastic surgery, or like gobsmacking. It could change tomorrow, but, so far.
Yeah, she's one of them that made good practical choices with that.
Decent decisions. All right. Anyway, moving on. Let's get that pizza on the way.
Home to the Palpatine Sith cult. I don't know if JJ or anyone in power even knows anything about Korriban. I think it's a pretty good bet JJ doesn't, but you'd think somebody in that hierarchy who intentionally killed the expanded universe and then immediately proceeded to start ripping it off would know something. This guy really hates Godzilla.
Isn't like one of the points of bullets to make the blood leave your body? Why would you make one out of anticoagulants?
Well, he's just trying a whole bunch of random stuff because he's been trying to get Godzilla for years and years.
Did you see the new medical advancement that they have for gunshot wounds for the U.S. military?
Which one?
The giant styptic pencil that they're going to use to stop bleeding on the battlefield. It's like on like a aperture. It's like that thick. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's a giant styptic pencil, like for shaving. You could stop the bleeding right away. Anything up to a 50 caliber. Just an inconvenience now.
He's gotten into the mines.
The mines don't affect the little fucker.
No, they're just scaring him.
I don't know how old she is now, but I would so make sex all over that Japanese chick, man. She's like, she's hot. I like her pixie cut.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about Japanese and, well, Asian in particular. They
What
don't make ones and twos. They're all pretty hot.
zeros or tens? What's it like to be a zero in a world of zeros and tens?
Oh, they don't make zeros. It's pretty much five and above.
What's it like to be a five? Is it just there's so many hot women that guys will have sex with an ugly chick just to see what it's like? Like they're still getting laid all the time too? It's like America, right? It doesn't matter on that side of it.
Yeah, I would think so.
As a guy, you need to be like 3 to 5 points above the woman to have a chance to approach her and pick her up, unless you're Admiral Teague. Uh-oh. This looks recycled to me.
It is the same costume, I believe.
They had a good idea with the wind action. It makes the water less ridiculous. I like how that guy just like coolly flicks away the cigarette as though Godzilla is no big deal, and rather than the biggest problem you could possibly have. Yeah, shoot him with your low caliber rifle that even I would survive shots from most likely, and see if the blood coagulant kills him. It's a machine pistol, Germ.
Yeah, they really didn't think that out too well. Even if
That
they
is,
hit a soft spot, this soft spot probably has the armor of a APC.
yeah. By the way, the Godzilla roar is exactly what an approaching subway train sounds like.
That must be interesting at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's no big deal unless you're near the station or in the station. It's the sound of the what it makes that sound when it turns or hits the brakes. It's exactly the same. If you noticed in the best Godzilla movie, he goes into the subway probably because he hears the sound of the trains and thinks it's a mating call. Or she, I'm sorry.
He's gonna shoot him in the armpit. That's not very sporting. They're mixing up the Godzilla calls for this one.
His scale is all over the place.
Yeah, the split screen really didn't work out too well on that one. How are you going to shoot him in the back of the head when you're dead in front of him?
Better question, what kind of an asshole needs an optic sight to hit something that fucking big? Call me crazy. I think I could iron sight Godzilla. What do you think, Germ?
Yeah, I would think so. If you're trying to get a precise shot, I don't think the tear gas was a very good idea.
I think the deal is Godzilla had expressed sympathy for BLM, so they bought the tear gas just in case, Germ. He thought it meant big lizards matter. Can you believe that?
It's an honest mistake.
Is there any other way to end up supporting BLM? Oh, dishonest mistake, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
People thought it was crazy, but here I think what happened was like the city made sure that when BLM became active, a bunch of people from the city were like, "We love your idea. You should get a permit and march in this part of town instead of burning down the middle of the town." And it kind of worked. Kind of kept them from going feral until the movement sort of petered out. They're like, everyone would love it if you just went to Brooklyn instead of Manhattan. You don't need to set fire to those buildings. We think you're great.
Yeah, set fire to the lower middle class area.
No, I think the idea was to send them back to Brownsville where they came from. Surprisingly, the two BLM protests that walked past my house, the New York solution was if you stop, you get arrested. You have to keep walking. It kept them from being able to pull any bullshit. I didn't go outside, and I didn't want to hang out with them. But
That's
they didn't
probably
do
for the
shit.
best.
But I will at least say they didn't do shit. They walked by yelling and screaming, and they left. It happened twice. Do you know who really benefited from that more than anyone else?
Street vendors.
Progressive. I got home insurance after that. I got apartment insurance for that. I doubled it.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Well, I don't worry that much about stuff anymore now that I have renter's insurance, and it costs less than I thought.
Yeah, I've never seen renter's insurance cost more than like $300 a year.
Yeah. I teased mine up so that it gives me more money than they take, so I pay like, I don't know, 140 a year, something like that.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, we got our first space battle for Godzilla.
Considering the peace of mind it brings, Germ, it's well worth the $15. I say that every morning when I look in the mirror to shave. How about you, Germ?
A little bit.
That was stolen from Independence Day.
This is also older than Independence Day.
The producer's a time traveler. These special effects are a little too good and close to the time of Independence Day for me to believe that. But I mean, you know your Godzilla. What is it from? Like 1990?
This is 1994.
All right, so they were copying it off of Stargate. Good news, Germ. There won't be a terrible version of Stargate on Amazon. Bad news is, in a few years more, there will be a terrible version of Stargate on Amazon.
Yeah, I think a lot people are angry about Stargate being canceled. I don't think they're taking into account that Martin Giro is a piece of shit.
That and that Sweet Baby Inc. was on board as a consultant, correct? Hadn't they written the pilot?
I hadn't heard that part.
I believe
But
that Sweet
Giro
Baby Inc.
is
was
a
on
complete
board.
sellout.
I think the deal was he was like vice president of Sweet Baby Inc. before he became the showrunner for that.
Before his last job before that, I know he was the head writer, executive producer for the Quantum Leap reboot.
That was a horrible fucking show.
Yeah, the second season really was a disappointment. That's why they got canceled. Too many message episodes, and they were dead set on making the woman the star. Oh, buddy, that reminds me of if you have a chance, there is a Godzilla Power Rangers comic crossover. That is a great read if you have a chance. And hello, Dan.
Hi, Dan. Aren't all stupid people the same? I mean, what is she trying to say? Now remember, it would take several rounds from this rifle to be sure I was even dead, but he's going after Godzilla with it. Is this guy a dumb motherfucker or what? One too many
Yeah,
viewings
pretty
of
stupid.
Invasion. One too many viewings of Invasion USA.
He's been trying to kill Godzilla for like 4 years.
Considering 48 months later he still worked his way up only to a machine pistol, what did he start out with? A fucking super soaker?
Yeah, there's a good reason not to kill Godzilla.
This movie sort of feels like a combination of all the failed Roland Emmerich movies and Congo, Kathleen Kennedy's movie. Remember great movie Congo, Germ?
Thankfully, I don't think I ever really saw that movie.
Only Michael Crichton's story to ever fail.
So with Space Godzilla, does that mean across every planet with intelligent life has their own Godzilla? No, Godzilla DNA got into space somehow, interacted with cosmic rays, and grew up to be that.
Actually, Germ, I think the way to look at it is we all have our own Godzilla. For some of us, it's Space Godzilla. And for those of us here on Earth, we have a Godzilla too, who is the actual Godzilla. Does that sum it up?
Yeah, why not? And hello, FKHC 2005.
Hi, Tim.
He's bullying little Godzilla.
Oh, hey, I found out why Jill wasn't on up against us the last couple of Saturdays.
Really?
Yeah. Found out how and why. She seems to be now on Mr. Brown's Alliance.
Oh, that I'm not sure how well that'll work.
Just like her show. Istophobos will do all the talking and she'll just sit there. Gives her more time to suck down box wine. I want to thank them for the 14 amazing months that they've spent counter streaming us and mostly doing the same stuff we do and causing and slapping away the hand of friendship over and over. Germ, how many times has the olive branch been twisted and set on fire into a flaming whip of vengeance from them when we tried to deal with them?
I'd say whenever Scotty gets his quote unquote medicine.
Or the 4 times we changed our start time and they magically changed theirs too? I wonder if that subchurn contributed to their demonetization. Wouldn't that be ironic, huh?
Oh, Godzilla is down.
I wonder how that appeal's going to go, Germ. You're a gambling man. You care to put any money on it?
Oh, I never bet against YouTube.
$100 says Jill gets remonetized on the 28th.
I doubt that. He bitch slapped Godzilla, tractor beam Junior, and basically put him in timeout.
Are you saying that you wouldn't bet against it, or are you saying you won't bet on it?
I won't bet on it.
You
YouTube
don't
has
think
no interest in people being monetized.
the people like her and myself who only had the 500 subs when we were allowed to monetize were like bought in to fulfill the need to have more YouTubers during COVID, and now they're getting rid of them? That's basically what it comes down to, in my opinion.
Yeah, that and they're trying to phase out the 500 program. It's
Good
going
thing that's
going
not a
back to
problem for me.
1,000.
Uh huh.
And you notice now, if you make short content, your short content cannot generate hours anymore.
You have to hit 1 million for them to start counting. That's what it is.
Yeah, it counts for that version of monetization, but until recently, short views could also generate watch hours. It can't
Oh, I
do
think
that
you're
anymore.
right. I think you're right. Oh, hey, pizza guy's here. Hold on.
It's something the YouTube making a lot of changes. Short contents can't generate watch hours. Any type of copyright material can't generate watch hours. So that stuff is just good for advertisement now.
Graham, I tipped the pizza man $5. Is that an acceptable amount?
Yeah, that's not bad.
The pizza costs 60.
The pizza costs $60. That's the
How much does it cost by you?
one pizza would cost me like 25.
Well, fortunately, minimum wage here in New York is now $30 an hour. Doesn't that look good, folks? Look at that.
Yeah, sure. Well, definitely worth $60.
It was $19. Now how's it look?
Much better.
Yeah, $40 more appealing. During the slow part of the movie, I have a quick question. Who's more irrelevant, J-Lo or Mariah Carey?
I'd say J-Lo because she was never really relevant.
And Mariah Carey has Christmas.
Yeah, she has that Christmas song, which will keep her name known for generations to come.
known in shame. But did you know yesterday was the anniversary of the very first Mariah Carey album being released in 19? What year do you think it was?
I believe 1993.
1988.
She's a little older than I thought.
Wait, biology is involved in this, germ?
Only offhand. Batra took some Godzilla cells into space and vomited it into a black hole, and bada bing, bada boom, Space Godzilla.
Biology does help the test tube Godzilla theory. He actually does. I'm looking for a. I've been looking for a collectible of biology to give you, but I can't find it.
They really didn't make it. Biollante was severely unpopular.
Yeah, I know you hate him. That's why I'm looking for it for you. What was it that made people not like him? The flower power thing?
That and just the general design was considered hideous. I believe it is the lowest performing Heisei era movie.
How do you spell it?
Biollante, not sure offhand.
Oh, it's got two L's. Wow. I know of Vinny Biollante.
If it was ever made, it'd be on Godzilla official, the American store. If you ever want any type of Godzilla merch, the Godzilla official store pretty much has everything.
Hobby Link Japan has Biollante.
Oh, and Buddy has it spelled for you.
Yes, thank you, my friend.
What do we got there?
There it is. Hold on a second. I'll show you the other pictures. So there's Biollante. Just like Audrey, too, although that's not the most serious Godzilla either, is it?
Yeah, that is hideous.
It's kind of messed up that Biollante is like more the star of this than Godzilla could ever be, huh?
$43.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
geez. And you have to build it?
Yeah, that doesn't really seem worth it. I mean, I think that might be worth a live build, but other than that, I can't think of any purpose for it. It's just so ugly. Yeah, nice. Some good old fashioned violence. And kidnapping as a bonus.
You know human
Oh,
life
Big
is
Bad
cheap
Toy
and
Store
bad,
apparently
Germ.
has several Biolantes.
I was just gonna say this Biollante was made more to be a plushie, right? Am I right?
Probably works better as a plushie. The only Godzilla figures I have are the Bandai series I got off of the Godzilla store.
Before the show, every once in a while, Germ will show off his Anguirus to get us all pumped up for it.
Oh yeah, I got Anguirus and Gigan sitting right here. Anguirus is the only thing keeping my microphone standing upright these days.
So the UNGC is like the United Nations Godzilla Command or something?
Pretty much.
I thought of a great sci-fi movie, by the way, Germ. What do you think of this one? Godzilla versus the Mafia.
That has potential.
I had been reading recently that people are catching fish that have like growth hormones and a lot of opiates and stuff in them, even in the Hudson River. Did you know that, Germ?
Oh yeah, we're well on our way to those three-eyed fish from Simpsons.
Oh, we've had those for a couple of years here. But I was thinking, like, I have all these old opiates that are no good anymore. I was gonna, I was gonna, flush them down the toilet. But then I thought about the fish being addicted, and I almost threw them away. But then I realized the fish need to be weaned off the opiates, so I poured them down. I poured half of them down the toilet, and I'll pour the other half down next week. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I got to get those fish off slow and steady.
I thought it was the compassionate way to do it, right?
Sure. Oh, Godzilla versus crazy badmouth New Yorkers. I'm sorry, Fifth Dan, they tried that back in 1998. And hello, Gavin.
Hi, Gavin. Germ, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable or left out. I know he's a real favorite of yours, so would you mind if I called our buddy Governor Gavin, if I called him Gov Gav? Would that be okay with you, Germ?
Well, that seems pretty appropriate.
What do you like better, Gov Gav or Blackie? Gavin, what do you like better? You get to decide. Gov Gav or Blackie? My dyslexia just acted up and it looked like it said Sci-Fi Fists, Dan. I was like, what kind of movie is that?
Oh, you don't want to know that's his hub nickname.
Have you heard of the new site Sci-Fi Only, Dan? Sorry, buddy, we're just busting your balls. I got to give him a lot of credit on the rebrand. He wants Blackie so he can get reparations. Blackie, I'll tell you what. If I get reparations, I'll share some of them with you because, as Germ can tell you, I'm in line for reparations. And how funny is that?
That is a miracle.
You know, guys, you're really lucky. I check out all your imaginary friend boxes. I'm your imaginary black friend, your imaginary Jewish friend, your imaginary Latino friend. I'm all those things. And now I'm going to be now I'm your friend who's going to get reparations. I think it's hilarious. Germ, when I told you about that and you initially scoffed at it and I showed you that it was true, how fucking weird is it to see that?
It is just one more thing that the federal government is just stupid enough to do.
Are you against my reparations?
That depends. What's my cut?
The usual, Mortimer, $5.
I guess I can accept it for that.
What the fuck?
Telekinetic.
But I can see the guy lifting the bed. Oh, wow. Very reminiscent of Return of the Jedi, huh?
Yeah, same cheap trick.
Someone who loves you. I know that laugh. You stupid whore, you never did that to like give your boyfriend a little extra? You know, or pull the remote control across the room?
Well, she's
I've
kind of stingy in that regard.
I've never tried telekinetics before either. Does that mean I might have it? Germ, have you tried it? Should we both try it now?
No, I don't think telekinetics would work for me.
You can try it. It's Pride Month. No one's going to judge you.
That's right, Gavin. Might as well try the Schwartz.
Reparations for the germ from Germ drinking all those soft drinks from those huge companies.
Yeah, I should sue Coca-Cola for all my kidney problems. It's definitely not my fault I drunk 2 bottles a day for 20 plus years.
You drank
Coca-Cola
4 liters
made
of
me do
Coke a
it.
day?
I was drinking 2 2-liter pops from probably the age 17 to 30 something. It wasn't my fault. For over a decade, they had a 2 for $5 special at 7-Eleven.
No, that's not your fault. Have you considered moving north to Canada where they would just take care of it for free?
I think I'd rather stay here and take my chances.
Sounds like you're saying you'd rather die free than live a slave.
I'd rather die an American than live a frostback.
I like that word. Sith Den's got some theories, Germ.
That one I can't blame on the coke, sis Dan.
That was marriage.
I, that and I went bald in my early 20s, just like my grandfather and my uncle. Can't blame three generations of baldness on one major multinational corporation.
If it's Kellogg, Browning, and Root, you can. I say we get you the same exact toupee that Billy Bob Thornton has in Landman, and just have you wear that on cam. I think it'd be hilarious. What do you think?
That may not fit me.
That thing is so lush and so long, it'll fit anyone.
Yeah, where's the shot?
Either that or we'll get you a black cowboy hat and sunglasses so you could be like Rip Wheeler.
I think if I went outside in a cowboy hat, I'd attract too many activists around here.
What are you talking about? It's like the third biggest gay city in America. You'd fit right in.
Don't want to piss off the Washington State Secret Police. If you look in, if they even have a hint that you're conservative, your life is basically over. They railroaded a gay black man who dared to run as a conservative in this state.
Well, I mean, nothing screams conservative to me more like being black and gay, right?
I know. That wasn't even enough for those people. If you don't have a D next to your name in this state, you get a knock on the door.
Oregon is a hellhole. I've been getting fundraising calls.
Redecorating.
I've been getting fundraising calls from Oregon, Germ.
I get those too. That's surprising that's legal. It's a little bit better than having sons of bitches coming around here.
Some guy named Cliff Bentz.
That guy I don't know, but I'm not an expert on Oregon.
He's a
I know.
birther.
Come September and October, I'll literally have to chase him away from the front door.
Says your own Grok is the only legislation he ever introduced was demanding a birth certificate from Obama.
I don't know about in New York, but in Washington, September through October, they come door to door. Even when they're not supposed to be allowed any solicitation in the complex.
There's also some.
You have to answer the door with a 12 gauge.
There's also some guy named Jeff Merkley who keeps calling me. I don't know who he is. He says I have to help him beat some guy named Jock Smith. Have you heard of either of them?
Never heard of either of them. I know Adam Smith. I
Money
hate that
World.
son of a bitch.
No, this guy's name is Jeff Merkley. He's, I think, running for, is it governor or senator? And he says he has to beat, quote, dangerous Brock Smith, who has something called an Oregon First policy.
I don't believe anyone has an Oregon first policy.
Smith sounds dangerous. He wants to join with Alberta and start a new country.
Hey, if we can get rid of Oregon, I'm all for it.
I think you stay Oregon, but you become part of the nation of Alberta to give them access to the sea.
As long as I don't have to join, screw 'em. I'd love to be in a different country than Oregon.
That's true. With all these primaries and stuff, I'm getting a lot of calls. I don't know where half these people are from. I'm looking at my phone. So Merkley, Michael Baumgardner. Ever heard of him?
Bumgardner?
Yeah, he's
I
running
believe
for the
that's a
state of.
12-year-old kid to pitch for the Cubs.
Yeah, that's right. And someone named Dan Newhouse keep calling me and asking me for money. You know about this guy?
Fist Dan, you're asking him for money?
It's not. Is that it? No. He's running for the open seat in Washington District 4.
I don't live in District 4, so I don't know.
He's a strong conservative, germ.
Then he's bound to lose.
Well, I think that he expects to lose because he says he will win and that all elections are fixed. So that amounts to he's not going to come away with the title, right?
Well, he's right about the fixed part. Everyone saw how that election in LA County went a couple weeks ago. That is literally every election in the past 22 years in the state of Washington.
If you guys didn't like it, you would have done something about it, though. I mean, I think that's the preferred way the people of Washington like it.
If
Like
you work for the government, yeah.
we just radically
Everyone
changed.
else, not so much.
We just radically changed our system of electing people. Now we have ranked choice ballots. They are horrible.
Yeah, that's coming soon to Washington.
You are going to get the
We've
worst candidates out of that, bro.
we've rejected it like 3 times, but just like the income tax, they keep pushing it. They fucked us on the income tax. They'll fuck us on ranked choice.
But he says he's got. Is it? Are you saying with the bad candidates or with the ranked choice for 10 years? We have had like the biggest loser win twice in a row with Mamdani and Adams. They won because they had the most second and third place votes, not because they were outright winner. I also found out what groypers are this week, Germ.
Good for you.
Am I allowed to call that a weird and confusing thing?
That's very accurate.
Would a Groiper say want to know everything about what happened on Steinep's Pleasure Planet? Is that a Groiper move?
Well,
Would
saying
Marjorie
they do is a groper move.
so would Marjorie Taylor Greene be a Groiper?
Yeah, I think that's a good example.
I like the sound of the word. It's too bad it doesn't have much of a meaning. So it's Republicans who want the Epstein files released.
It's more like Republicans who are as bad as leftists. It's
I
like
heard it
Nick
described as
Fuentes.
I heard it described as the woke right.
Yeah, that's it. Nick Fuentes, perfect example of a groper.
Who the hell is Nick Fuentes? I'm Latino and I can't read his mind. He's got to be lying about that. Hold on.
He's a skinny little twig boy who is obviously gay, but
Wait, I'm
is
reading
as
his
about
mind.
as
He's not fully Latino. I can only kind of read his mind. Whoa, he's really, really gay, though. You're right.
he is extraordinarily gay,
He's
which
really,
is
really
something
gay.
considering how uh,
Hey,
anti how homophobic he is.
votes for
He
subs to the
says some of
channel.
the most
Yes.
homophobic things I have ever heard, and I have heard a lot.
Really? I've looked at this guy's picture, and he looks like he would ignite that pole and take a drag, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, he would.
Yeah, the
And
lady
then he
doth
would
protest too
immediately go on
much.
the internet and say death to all queers, which he has said several times.
What a weirdo. I like their Michigan State Badgers helmets. What about you, Jerm?
Yeah, it does look a lot like Michigan State.
My niece is going there.
Yeah, good for her going to a nice state school.
She's the overachiever of the family.
Drillface didn't do too well against Space Godzilla.
For those of you who have never experienced this, I'm dealing with having burned the roof of my mouth with molten pizza cheese. It's a unique sensation.
And now that humans have failed, and Godzilla is here to save the day. Another tractor beam.
By the way, here's one thing I didn't tell you. That person that I'm going to be seeing later this week, probably the one I mentioned.
Yeah.
They're from like this 4 block square area. Did you know that? Isn't that fucking crazy?
They're not.
Isn't that fucking nuts?
Well, considering that 4 block area has what,
Hundred
half a million
thousand.
people?
100,000. Yeah, my 4 block square area is almost an entire congressional district. I saw some new guy who's running for senator from New York City. I'm sorry, for House of Reps from New York. I haven't heard of him before. Some guy named Warren Wilhelm. They say he has experience.
Yeah, he has that.
He's a goddamn groundhog murderer, Germ.
Well, considering what they usually run, that might be an improvement.
On Groundhog's Day in 2017, Warren Wilhelm dropped Staten Island Phil. Phil died of injuries 9 weeks later after an agonizing attempt to save him. Did you know that they did not announce what happened until a week before the next Groundhog's Day to protect Warren Wilhelm during the election? The subsequent events were known as Groundhog Gate. You can look them up.
Poor Phil.
You got to realize, like, Warren Wilhelm was like 6'3". Like, that was like falling like 200 feet for poor Phil. You know what I mean?
SpaceGodilla has resorted to ICBMs.
Now, the question would be ICBMs or icy BMs?
I guess either one works.
They really do work. They're icy ballistic missiles. Is it me or are the Star Trek people who are the only ones who know the stunt where the trick where when something's on fire, burning, or exploding, you film it from below so that the explosion looks normal? Gravity always plays into everyone else's explosions. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, but it works for the most part.
I think we're probably supposed to have it here, right?
Yeah.
Look, they stole that from Star Trek. It's got saucer separation, Germ.
Yeah, it's a hell of a mech. You have flight mode and the drill dozer. Impressive shield. Yeah, it's going to be great for the city infrastructure. Well, at least he put his hatred for Godzilla aside and was able to shoot the right one.
It's amazing that they need this advanced targeting to get Godzilla. He's the size of an apartment building.
Well, targeting is hard when you're blind. They didn't exactly give that mech eyeballs. I guess that's one way to knock down a tower.
So, Jerm, we were talking about this. I wasn't sure if you were just saying you like the idea or you're going to be there, but will you be part of the greatest, most American, most fantastic YouTube panel of all time on Saturday, the 4th of July, when we do Patton?
Yeah, it should be there.
It's going to be magnificent, Germ.
It's not like I have the fireworks display to go to or anything. Thank you very much, King County.
What's the matter? They couldn't spring for rain and now you have forest fire conditions?
No, they just don't like you shooting off fireworks around here.
In New York, we have a river that we blow them up over. It's never caught fire, unlike the river in Cleveland.
That's always a plus.
When I was in Cleveland, I thought I could make a joke about the time they set that river on fire. They did me one better. Do you know what the response was?
What's that?
Which time?
Yeah, them in Chicago kind of have a history of that.
When a river catches fire, how do you put it out?
Well, hopefully not with the river water. They're doing particularly well with the score to this movie. That seems kind of oxymoronic. Grenade missile.
That was badass, Germ. That was totally badass.
It's
This
a
is
good
why.
attack. Not a great name.
What?
Spiral grenade missile.
It sounds better than the original Klingon.
I would hope so.
So is tomorrow night our Yellowstone show? Is that basically what Tuesday will be?
Yeah, I guess we can do it tomorrow.
What do we call the Dutton Ranch live show? Just, I say we stick with Tailored Sheridan.
Yeah, that could work.
I never got a reaction from you on that name. What do you think?
Not too bad.
It's memorable, right? And appropriate, and also doesn't give you the idea that it would be anything but a video essay.
Yeah.
I might have chose the wrong episode, and I think I went too long. Is it me, or is 6 to 9 minutes the max on Dutton Ranch episodes?
Yeah, for a video
Hey,
essay,
Gorilla.
6 to 9 is probably the maximum.
Hi,
Hey,
Gorilla.
gorilla.
I wanted to give people their money's worth and not make them watch a commercial for only 8 minutes. And I had 13 minutes worth of shit to say. That was a good Dutton Ranch rundown. It didn't really like go viral, which sucks because it dropped on the right day, and it had a pretty complete recap.
Yeah, it's a shame. Oh, Godzilla looks like he's ready for the next round.
The reason that the upload had a problem is in the private chat.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I'm going to put in what that adds up to. That's what that does, Jer.
Hey, conveniently, he found his girlfriend in the middle of all that wreckage.
And then here's the end of what's going on with that story.
Yeah. He kamikazed him.
Yeah, I suppose he did. Sorry, guys. Sure, you notice when my bangs get a little longer, I'm gonna have very leaderly haircut. What do you think? How's it coming along?
They're coming along quite well.
What do you
Think
think?
you just need the mustache now and you'll have the look down.
I'll look like I have authority, right?
Yeah, as I said, just get the little mustache, learn a little German.
I know, kleine Deutsche. That's German for a little German, Germ.
Yeah. Just be careful with those J words. That tends to perk up YouTube's ears.
Like the word that rhymes with the word after cold when I talk about cold orange juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm like part made from concentrate, so how could they say it to me, right?
You'd think.
I mean, 3%'s not much, but
Hey, he survived his little kamikaze run.
I love that at least that word. If you have a good enough vocabulary, the YouTube word roulette can provide some comedy. If you don't have a good vocabulary, you will just be frustrated and angry and yelling crazy shit.
Yeah. Surprisingly, the algorithm can't speak Japanese.
Not only that, but like we're smarter than the algorithm. For instance, we said it like once or twice, maybe over the course of the entire run of Enterprise. Did we say the word Mr. Gayweather more than 25 times total?
Probably closer to 2,500.
No, we said Mr. Prideweather almost every time because it's
Okay, that one.
funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we didn't call it. We never used the word gay. We said it like 25 times. But how many times did we call him Mr. Prideweather? And how much fun? I believe that that's funnier.
Yeah, probably a bit.
Plus, if we'd used the first term, how many weeks would it have been before it was deemed hateful by the algorithm?
Probably not too long.
Mr. Prideweather is not judgmental and funny, and we don't have a problem with people who are gay anyway, and we don't know if Anthony Montgomery is. We just knew that he always was sort of presented that way. The sleeveless look and a little too handsome. You know when I knew Mayweather was gay, Germ?
Probably about episode 1.
Yeah, but you know what confirmed it? Like, here's some of the evidence that he was. You ready? When they were all working out in Bound, he only did upper body.
Yeah, that's what tends to happen.
That's how you can tell. Now,
Oh,
also,
Godzilla's super powered.
he is really just all juiced up. He's on 11. Also, a Germ, I guess we should warn our viewers. This is Melanin. I'm looking pretty Latino this week. I'm sorry. You're just as safe as you were last week. I'm still like about half American, white guy. Although when I get tan like this, my ability to pick pockets and my graffiti tagging ability gets better. It's weird like that.
Yeah, funny how that works.
I also start
By the
getting
way,
a
sorry about
compulsive
calling heights.
urge. They can't make me leave because the Cubans are the ones who are like get like imported. Like if they catch us, they drag us here and they won't let us. They're like, "Oh, sir, please take this home," which I believe is fair. I disagree with everybody who says the government's unfair to Latinos. The people fleeing Cuba have all said they were treated very well.
Yes, they have.
And you know what? They sent their best.
Yeah, the smart ones got away from Castro.
Like Orlando Hernandez. Remember him, Germ?
Sounds familiar?
El Duque. Famous starting pitcher for the New York Yankees. They really did go all out, but a lot of this looks like they made an offer to the people who made Jurassic Park 2 for the wreckage, doesn't it?
Looks a little similar. A
Not
little
the
less
LA
CGI.
wreckage. A little more practical. Not the LA wreckage, like when they wreck up the island before they leave and destroy like their double length camper.
Yeah.
Is that the worst one? That's the worst one, right?
Yeah, probably the worst one.
But by a lot, right?
Yeah.
Which is saying something. I also, Cherub, I want to go on the record right now on your channel. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to break some news. You ready?
Go ahead.
Bryce Dallas Howard has a big, huge, fat ass.
I think we all knew that.
Any role that she's in should have just been given to Kirsten Dunst. What do you say to that?
Why not?
Same age. One's good looking, one's a big, ugly mess.
Oh, the salty son of a bitch survived.
course he did. Her outfit's okay, but I feel bummed out that so many of these people just have like leftover U.S. Nam gear, right?
It's not too bad.
So that's all just cigarette smoked his way through this whole movie.
And he makes peace with Godzilla.
It's kind of like when I quit Terra Prime, right?
Yeah.
I was young. My father was killed in a shuttle accident. I blamed the pilot who happened to be a denobulan.
It took them a while, but they got the environmental angle in there.
What do you mean, into Terra Prime or into this?
Into
Space pollution, yeah. Star Trek did it first. Remember those cartoon commercials where they're zapping the space garbage? Spock, it's garbage in space.
And they freed Godzilla finally.
It's about time.
Not that they're doing much to control him. He would have attacked Space Godzilla anyway.
Space Godzilla was a punk.
The cameo from the fairy twins.
I want to say this is like one of the best uses of them. We saw them twice for like 1 minute each. It was fucking great. They didn't sing nothing.
Yeah, good use for the twins and Mothra in this.
What's the name of Small Mothra? Minthra?
Fairy.
Fairy. He's kind of cool. Is it me or is he kind of cool?
Is okay.
Like it's cooler created creature than it is a monster for the monster. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. He's not really his own thing. He's more like the fairy twins ride.
It's about time they got their own.
And the salty son of a bitch gets the girl.
Well, I mean, haven't they kind of been like Reese and Ripley through this whole movie? Or I'm sorry, Hicks and Ripley through this whole movie?
A little bit.
A lot bit? What do you think, Germ? Should I extend Italian Heritage Day to tomorrow and make it Italian Heritage Weekend and just not shower till Monday? I brush my teeth, though. That's important.
That is important.
If we put 100 of my distant, ancient, direct relatives in one room, how freaked out would the Chinese guy be? I hate this fucking thing. I hate this little monster.
Well, as far as the Godzilla offspring goes, it's not too bad.
You're right about that, but I mean, we're supposed to believe that this becomes the malevolent and fearsome Godzilla that we see later.
Oh yeah, we see direct evidence of that.
Yeah, he shouldn't be such a dick. And also, like, why does his intellect drop when he gets older?
Well, he was pretty stupid as a 6 foot tall baby. And in the next one, he has a no, that was in the 60s.
That's what I'm saying.
He was in the Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla before this.
Franco Corner. That's definitely not his real name. That's either a made-up name that a Japanese person gave themselves, or when he said Franco Connor, they're like, oh, Corner.
But in the next one, he gets very big, very stupid, and very angry.
Akira, I fuck
Kind
you
of like
be.
a good version of the Hulk.
Germ, Akira, I fuck you be is one of our assistant prop masters.
Yeah, some of these names are pretty interesting.
How much would you give to hear Trump try to say them?
That might be
We might
bridge
die
too far.
laughing. We might die laughing,
Yeah,
right? And
and he
oh,
would
going
ham
to
it
New
up.
York. A Washington and New York men were found dead in front of their computers of oxygen starvation from watching a video of the president.
That's okay. I'd still vote in the next election.
I don't think I'm voting in this one in New York. I don't think I'm voting in this primary.
I'll be voting in every election for the next 100 years in the state of Washington. Doesn't matter
If
when
I
I die.
if you hate all the candidates in the primary, is boycotting the primary the only way to send a message since it doesn't matter to you who wins?
Doesn't matter if I boycott the primary, they still vote for me.
I have a guy who takes care of that for me too. When I get there to check on it, they tell me that he took care of it and voted for the winner. I voted for the winner in every election I have been to check on the guy who voted for me. The only time I lost was when I said I'll vote for myself this time. I went with Gore.
Yeah, Gore's never a good idea.
Well, we want to take this time at the end of the movie while the terrible song plays to remind you that there are people still doing life for killing someone over a Tickle Me Elmo on Black Friday. Jeremy, it baffles the mind, doesn't it?
Yeah, those little devil dolls were quite destructive.
Somebody probably just got out for doing the same thing for a Cabbage Patch Kid. All right, guys. It was great to see everybody in the
Yeah,
theater. What an
that's our
awesome
movie.
movie. Uh, I guess before we go, this week we have the final episode of Enterprise where we're just going to thumbnail it, I think. It's an F by all standards, isn't it?
Spectreman was the Captain Planet of Kaiju. I'm not sure about Spectreman. Oh, Spectre.
Spectruman.
Yeah, Spectre.
Spectruman. Spectre Man. Sorry. Damn them. All right. Well, we got the final episode of Enterprise this week, Jerb. As we go to wind up the series, like, what are your thoughts going into the end? Do you ever think we'd get here when we did Broken Bow 108 weeks ago? Wow.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd last this long. Thought YouTube would definitely bring the hammer down.
Oh, what, with the sabotage or with the content?
With all of it.
Yeah, I
The
guess
sabotage and the whole Pride Wither thing. I'm still surprised that that got by.
the sabotage saved the channel. Because of the sabotage, I started making the edited, uploaded content, and the edited, uploaded content differentiated us enough from the other channels that we're not a live-only channel. So we're diversified because I make like up to 2 video essays a month. Be nice if people watch them. Please watch them and like them. Be great if one could get like 30 likes again. He's like Ultraman Kamen Rider, and he has to defeat a pollution monster in every episode. Yeah, that is pretty Captain Planet.
Yeah.
We just lost Captain Planet. Captain Planet got laid, bro. I know you didn't agree with the politics of some of his girlfriends, but can we agree that Captain Planet knew how to get laid?
Yeah, he had a fantastic luck with women.
In your next life, would you consider coming back as his penis? Just living life as
Well,
that?
not now.
No, I mean, you know what I mean. Like if you live your life again as his penis, it wouldn't be too bad.
No, not too bad. You'd have to deal with the ranting every day.
Penises don't have ears.
No, that's a plus. Did you know that Ted Turner was one of the most vengeful men in all of the Fortune 500?
What do you mean by ventral? Venture capitalist or
Vengeful.
altruistic? Vengeful. No, it doesn't
He
seem like it
created
seems out of character.
he created Captain Planet purely out of spite because he
I
had some problems with a couple of oil guys.
Yeah, I heard that Captain Planet had to do with spite. I know that Major League Baseball passed a rule that the manager can't be in the dugout during the game because of him. I'm sorry, that the owner can't be the manager because of him.
Yeah, the owner can't be a manager, can't hang out in the clubhouse or the dugout during games, and
I think they
pretty
have to
much
clear out of there
the
an hour before the game, and they're not allowed back in there till an hour afterwards unless you win a championship.
yeah, they're allowed after, but
I think the deal is
basically,
there's a time frame before they can go in after, quote, during the regular season, because this way when there's the playoffs, it's like he can go charging in there and shoot champagne off with the rest of the guys if he wants to, like if you have a young owner or something.
yeah,
But during the season, he's got to get out of there and leave you alone an hour before and an hour after work. That's like your break room. Well, you have to
pretty
work
much,
anyway. You don't need him breathing down your back.
yeah. Basically, all the rules the NBA had for that schmuck in Dallas, MLB had for Ted
Oh,
Turner.
Mark Cuban.
Maybe, yeah, all the Cuban rules the NBA they had for Ted Turner in baseball 20 years earlier.
Yeah, but I mean, he's Cuban, so shouldn't they just make an exception for him like they do with immigration?
No, because they hated him.
Fair enough. And what was he bringing with him? You know, when Mark Cuban sends us his Dallas Mavericks, he's not sending his best anymore.
No,
He's
all
not
he got
sending
was the
us.
one championship. And
He's not
then pretty much
sending
went
us
to shit.
Jason Kidd. Yeah, you know what? I think the funniest thing ever was when the entire starting lineup of the Dallas Mavericks got into a fist fight on the floor of the Coliseum before their game during the national anthem because they were all fucking Tony Braxton who was singing it, and it came up while she was singing. How funny is that?
I forget which one Tony Braxton is.
She was the one who was only like 4'10". That's what's even funnier about it.
Ugh.
No, she was beautiful, but she was tiny. I mean, yeah, the idea of her having sex with an NBA player, it's a little ridiculous. Like, how did he not kill her?
Yeah, that picture doesn't really compute.
Well, here you can take a quick look at a better picture of Tony Braxton. I'll show you. Here you go. She's all right. Let's see.
Uh, yeah, not bad, but 4'10", and you got
That's
six.
the weird part. And you got 7 foot tall NBA guys.
I don't know, anyone under 5 feet, kind of creepy.
Yeah, like I'm trying to picture her like having sex with Patrick Ewing.
That
But
shit's
yeah,
awkward.
apparently Jason Kidd and the other guys were all fucking her, and they started brawling, and that's why they broke up that championship team. They were roaring their way through another awesome season. And then remember, Jason Kidd got into like the huge fight with his wife like right after that, and got thrown out, and it ruined his image and ability to sell sneakers.
He never really could sell sneakers.
Now, by the way, speaking of sneakers, do you know what I saw for sale on Amazon today? Sir, you won't believe this. Sir, before we go, you have to hear this one. You'll never believe what was for sale on Amazon today. It was footwear. It was nominally an Adidas product. We were told we'd never see them. Can you guess what it was?
What's that?
Yee slip-on sandals.
Well, I guess he has to pay that child support somehow.
They got stuck with so many hundreds of millions of dollars and had to make it for so many years that, like, now that his image isn't so bad, maybe they're trying to sell a couple of things and make a few bucks back. I was shocked. It was like undisguised. It just said Yee Signature Series slip-on sandal, and I'm like, huh, yeah. I'd like to chant N-word Heil Hilter, like they did in that weird video. That is still one of the weirdest conversations we had. We love Fat Steven, but was that one conversation where he was trying to advocate for the Kanye song, and we were like, we don't get it.
That was kind of weird.
He was fun and he was funny, but I guess it was shtick.
Yeah, I guess so.
As shtick, I get where he's coming from, because like you put together like 3 horrific words in a row that only make people run away, and he had a hit with it. In a sense, he was correct. It's sort of like what they do at Disneyland. All right. Well, Saturday, final episode of Star Trek Enterprise. Then that means July 4th is Patton.
Sounds good. You got anything else coming up this week?
Tuesday night, tomorrow, you and me do Paramount for this week's show.
Okay.
We can't only do Star Trek, or they'll you know, the thing.
And yeah. And I should have maybe a couple of shorts. Maybe they'll be uploaded as long form. I have the Monsters opening sequence and Wishbone somewhere on here. Thanks for being here, everybody.
We love you all.
See you next week for Godzilla vs. Destroyer.
And tomorrow night for Dutton Ranch with me and Germ on my channel.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.